happy Saturday before Lent begins. This Wednesday is Ash Wednesday, which is the beginning of Lent. And so I hope you're all getting spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and otherwise prepared for this upcoming Lenten season. I just wanted to share some thoughts that God's been putting on my heart as I prepare for this season, and maybe it can help you to process things and refocus for yourself as well. So the first thing that I want to share that God has revealed to me is from Mark chapter 9, starting in verse 35. It says, "Sitting down, Jesus called the 12 and said, 'If anyone wants to be first, he must be the very last and the servant of all.' He took a child and had him stand among them. Taking him in his arms, he said to them, 'Whoever welcomes one of these little children in my name welcomes me. And whoever welcomes me does not welcome me, but the one who sent me.'" And so not only are we called to serve and follow the example of Jesus in being a servant for everyone, for the world, but it's also interesting the way in which he does this. In this particular example, he hugs a child. And we're all children of God. We're all made in God's image. We're all God's children. And so how we see other people should be as children of God. And how Jesus interacted with this child was to hug the child. And how we welcome people, how we welcome God's children, is how we welcome God. And so it's interesting that it's not just a spiritual, kind of ephemeral, out there way of feeling and doing things, but it's actually a physical connection. And so in this Lenten season, a lot of times we fast and do things like giving up sweets and things like that, or exercising, or doing physical things as a way to deepen our spiritual lives. And there is a physical spiritual connection. Everything is connected. And so that includes like how we interact with other people. How we interact with other people is really important, even how we physically interact. And so I know for me personally, God has been calling me to grow in vulnerability in my connections with other people. And I've been work trading at a fruit farm in Pahoa, Hawaii, this past month called Kanakiki. And it's been an amazing experience living in this community. And it's been very healing for me to be around people that are such great listeners and who give so many hugs. And I personally have felt God calling me to grow in vulnerability, not only in holding space for other people and listening to their stories and just offering more of myself and my own experiences with them, but also in my physical connections and being willing to step out and be the person to be like, "Hey, do you want a hug today?" Even if it's not my like natural instinct to go around hugging everyone. But there is a spiritual aspect of that. And that's how that's one way that we are called to show love. And I know in our society there's kind of a pushback or hesitation about that because there's so much of like physical touch gone wrong in our culture, and so there's some kind of skepticism about it. But yeah, I encourage you to listen to what God is putting on your heart and pray about maybe what you can focus on in this season as we prepare for Easter and revisit the sacrificial life of Christ and follow in his example and enter into that. Yeah, that's about all I've got for now. anyone wants to be first, he must be the very last, the servant of all. So ponder how God is calling you to serve today. Thanks, guys. I love you. God bless. Peace be with you.